So a few breaths in and out. And then just do those cleansing breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through an open mouth in the present moment. In the present moment, we think about 3 things that we can see. So just visualize with open eyes 3 things that you can see. 3 things that you can hear. And 3 things that you can feel. Iyengar says in Light on Yoga that the best way to feel that stability is through balance and being in present moment. So not reaching too far in the future, perseverating on the past, but being right here in this present moment, finding your stability, finding your simple presence, that I am, that self-awareness, who and how you are in that present moment. So invite the eyes to close, and let's just do a little scan with the body. Notice how you brought yourself in today. And even the way that you brought yourself to your mat today. Did you have to drag yourself onto the mat, feeling a little bit tamastic, a little heavy, a little lethargic? Or were you busy skirting around, doing this, doing that, getting everything done before you came to your practice today, having some of that more rajasic, highly energetic energy? Or did you just take a couple breaths in, stroll into your space, and feel present, sattva? So knowing about the physical body, how the physical body feels, whether or not you feel like you have that sense of heaviness or that sense of jitteriness, or just stable. Where are you with your physical body? And then how about the mind body? Are you able to sit in simple presence, in that I am, and simple awareness of being here now? Or are you thinking about what you need to do after you leave class, or what you've been doing before, and mind is flitting about? And then can we give that mind a job and just come to the breath? Pay attention to the breath as it moves into the nose, down the throat. Feel those lungs expand, belly soften. Just invite that breath in and out. Using the mantra, breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I calm my mind. Being present with the breath now. Know that that breath is a tool that you can use. That if you are feeling heavy, little lethargic, maybe a little sad or depressed today, we need to fill that balloon up with more air to lighten it up. So you take a big full inhalation, longer inhalation, and a shorter exhalation, maybe even the form of a ha breath. Full, rich inhalation, short exhalation. On the other hand, if you're feeling flighty and jittery and you're too up in the clouds, you need to be more grounded. You need to let some of that air out. So take a nice normal breath in and a long exhalation out. Extended exhalation to bring yourself back down to earth, to get grounded and calm the nervous system. And if you're neither here nor there and feeling a sense of balance and equanimity, breathe in for the same count. Just pause at the top of the breath for a moment or two and exhale with your same count as the inhale. And don't take for granted what the breath can do for the nervous system. So yogi's choice, based on what you assessed at the beginning of practice, do 3 or 4 or 5 useful breaths for yourself. Bring the hands to the heart space and come back to your normal natural breath and just take a moment to notice, as we should always notice what's going on from the inside out. Bow your head to your heart. That intention for class today, what do you intend to do with your practice for yourself, for someone else? If you can be open to the possibility of noticing your energies and how your yoga practice can shift energies. And lower your hands down to your thighs and gently blink your eyes open. And we'll start with this seated practice. Just get some movement with the torso. Notice what you feel in the hips, in the spine. This easy does it. Going a little bit slower if you're up in the clouds, and going a little faster if you're feeling lethargic. So everything we do today will be your choice and your direction of how clear or slowly or mindfully you do things, and then go the other direction. Because your body knows how to heal. It knows what it wants. So it's just a matter of paying attention and honoring that. And then come back to center, find that place of quiet. And with the hands then, all right? So if you are up in the clouds, nice and slow movement, maybe even taking the thumb to the base of each finger, sliding it up, bringing sensation to the hands. But if you are needing a little more energy, can you just move the hands quickly and slowly? Give a little bit of activity. Let that more depressive energy just fling off. Get rid of it. A little bit of movement. And then take it to some wrist circles. Go the speed that works for your needs today. And let's bring the fingertips onto the shoulders and connect with your breath again. So up in the clouds, we need a long, slow exhalation. So breathe in and exhale long and slow with those elbows. If you need more energy today, inhale, long inhale, and then lower those elbows down. Inhale. And again, whatever you need. And if you think about a balloon and kind of do the opposite, that will help you to know which breath to do. So if you're up in the clouds and you need to come down, you're going to let some of that air out of the balloon. All right. Bring that movement to the tops of the shoulders as you do the door openers. Right? Rotate from the top of the shoulders. Here's that motion as lotion, greasing up those shoulder joints, getting them ready for a little bit more movement. Good, one more time. And back. And take your fingertips down toward the earth and reach the arms up overhead to your level of comfort, to a big Y, maybe goalpost, maybe the upper arms can come in line with the ears. Now press the sitting bones into the earth and use that to help you lengthen your spine. First movement of the spine is length, right? And then turn the palms away and with energy and engaged arms, lower the arms down to the side. All right. Now, if you are up in the clouds, high energy, just slow circles as you reach your arms up overhead. And then a long, slow exhalation out. And if you're a Tamastic, you're going to shake your hands up towards the sky quickly or slowly, and then lower the arms down. See what we're doing here, the pattern. And one more. You choose which one you need. That feels kind of good. bring a little more energy into the body. And then just gently roll the shoulders out. All right, let's take some awareness into the core for cat-cow. So draw that belly in and up and keep rounding the back body. Chin to the chest, slide your hands over your knees. Come to that, this is your cat pose. And then slide your hands down your thighs, heels of the hands towards the hips. Lift up through your heart. Take your eye gaze up, open the heart. Exhale, rounding into cat. And inhale, lift the heart. Keep doing that while I talk to you about this miraculous pose here. Seems so simple, but there's a lot going on here. All right, if you lift your heart high and heavy. The part of the nervous system that's active, the sympathetic nervous system, the one that gives you that energy, gets you up out of bed, sometimes gets overactive and makes you hyper, makes you anxious. That stems from your thoracic spine. So when you lift your heart up, you are igniting that nervous system. You're tapping into that nervous system. So guess what? If you're already too hyper, don't lift your heart, just come to neutral spine. All right, and that way you can calm the nervous system down, because the lower spine, when you round your back, the parasympathetic comes from the lower spine. So if you need more of that, stay more in your cow pose. And then do the opposite if that's true. If you're lethargic, lift your heart up, right? Long inhalation, stay here for a while. And then exhale with a into a quick cat. A long cow, long inhalation, right? Blowing that balloon up, getting lighter. But if you're already hyper, you're going to do and then a long, slow exhalation into cow. I hope this isn't confusing you. I hope it makes sense to you. But it's just a beautiful miracle of the body. And it just makes sense, right? If it doesn't, we'll talk about it later. All right, come back to neutral spine and reach your right arm up overhead and crescent over to the side. And just lift and lower a few times. Get that nice stretch in the side body. Good, breathe. And one more. Let's go to the other side. Lengthening crescent. If you feel from hip to rib, can you open up through that that waistline just a bit more? And last one. Good. Reach both arms up overhead, palms together, hands to the heart. Let's take a moment to pause. Notice. Pause is important as the pose. Let's take that right hand over to the left knee and twist to the left. Look over your left shoulder. And then lengthen back up, come to center. Take that other hand to the opposite knee, twist to the right, look over your right shoulder. And back to center. Extend your legs out long. Give the knees a little rub. Take your feet as wide as the mat and rock the legs side to side. Internal, external rotation. Okay. And then let's come on to our backs. All right. We're going to do some nice flowy movement with our breath. Have your strap, your blocks nearby. Okay. Okie doke. Onto your back into constructive rest. Just take a moment to notice if you feel any release of the lower back. Feel the weight of the hips. All right, bring that right leg into your chest and lift the right leg up toward the sky. Root your pelvis down towards the earth. A nice long leg here. If it doesn't get straight, lower it and then lift it up. And then just bend and extend. Bend and extend. Bend and extend. Good. Just getting greasing up that knee joint. Take that leg out to the side and take your other leg out to its own side as well to balance the pelvis. Bend and extend. Bend and extend each and every time. We're just warming up the legs here. Then we're going to do the vinyasa flow with the legs, with the breath. Okay. I'm going to warm these hips up a bit before they get moving. And the knee joint. All right, come back to center and take your right leg across your left. I'm crossing my left knee behind my right thigh just to keep my pelvis balanced, and then bend and extend. And this one, you're going to really feel the outside of that leg. Bend and extend. I always tell you this is how I start my morning practice every day. Just nice, feels good stretch, move at my own pace, start to warm up the muscles, strengthen and stretch the legs. Good. All right, let's go to the other side. I want this vinyasa flow to feel good in your body. So, get that leg. That's your first hamstring stretch of the day. Press out through the heel of the foot. If it's not straight, lower it, get it straight, and then see if you can lift it just a bit. Bend and extend. Warm up the knee, warm up the thigh muscle. Good, a couple more. And then take it out to that left side. Take your right knee out to the right side. Nice wide V with your inner thighs. Keep going. Go at your own pace, your own rhythm. Listen to your body. Listen to your body's energies. We're just bundles of energy, right? With the soul. All right, lift that leg up and take it across your left thigh. And then maybe the left thigh can move a little in toward the midline. Keep your pelvis balanced. So why is it a quote by Iyengar to say, stability, we feel best when our body is in stability, and that happens in present moment. I think that's an interesting and insightful thought. It's such a simple statement, but so challenging to do, right? All right, come back to center and let's move the strap for a bit. Now the vinyasa flow, we do it all the time, but I don't always call it that. Starts with a long full body stretch, reaching up overhead with your inhale. As you exhale, bring the right knee into the chest, hold on to the underside of the knee and pull that knee in towards your chest. Take that left arm to goalpost and take the right leg to the right side. You can just open it up as deeply as you want to, all right? And then come back to center as your left hand reaches for the right leg and pulls it across the body. So now you're into a twist. The right arm stays at goalpost and the shoulder reaches for the earth if that's possible. And you feel that nice stretch here. You can even bring that knee up in the direction of your left bicep. See if you can feel a nice stretch in your piriformis and your gluteus muscles. And then come back to center and place your hands behind the thigh and lift the leg up toward the sky. All right, and then reach the arms up overhead. That's side one. Let's go to the other side. So bring the left knee into the chest, hands under the thigh. Right arm comes to goalpost, left leg goes out to the left side. That right arm reaches for the left leg and pulls it across the body, creating a twist. Left shoulder reaches for the earth as the left arm comes to goalpost. Bring that knee up toward the bicep to really get that stretch in the glute. And then come back to center and extend the leg up toward the sky. Lower the leg down, reach the arms up overhead. Now we're going to attempt to do this with the breath. Okay, so think about it. It's just knee to chest, knee out to the same side, knee crosses over, and then leg lifts up toward the sky. All right. And then we'll repeat it with the other side with the breath. So inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, right knee to chest. Inhale, right leg to right side. Exhale, center. Inhale, left arm takes the leg across the body. Breathe in, back to center. Exhale, leg reaches up towards the sky. Inhale, arms overhead, legs are long. Another breath in here. Exhale, left knee to chest. Inhale, left leg to left side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left leg crosses over the body. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, leg extends towards the sky. Inhale, full body stretch. Exhale, right knee to chest. Inhale, right leg to right side. Exhale, right leg crosses over the body. Right arm to goalpost. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Inhale, full body stretch. Exhale, left knee to chest. Inhale, left to left side. Exhale, left crosses over to the right. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, left leg lifts to the sky. Inhale, full body stretch. Legs stay long. Exhale, arms lower down by your side. Really wonderful way to start your morning or start your practice. So bend the knees, come back to constructive rest. Take the feet as wide as the mat and the arms out to a T. And just rock the knees side to side. Moving slowly if you're still a little hyper. Moving more quickly if you're feeling lethargic, tamastic. And even see if you can remember how to connect with the breath. If you're lethargic, it's a long inhale and a breath out. And if you're feeling hyper, it's a breath in and an extended exhalation. Good. All right. Bring the knees in towards the chest, hands underneath the thighs. Give yourself a hug. Hands come on top of the knees now. Press the legs away and then bring the knees back into the chest. Inhale, arms are long and extended, knees are pressed away. Exhale, knees into the chest. Inhale and exhale. Press those thighs into the belly. Get a little compression in the belly. This is called wind releasing pose. And trust me, it works. Especially for my husband. All right, so one pose he'll do. All right, keep your toes together and take your knees away from each other. Start to rotate that hip joint in your hip socket. Good, and then just go the other way. These are just all luscious stretches. Luscious stretches, that's a hard one to say. It just feels good in your body. All right, and then lower the feet back down. See if we can do a bridge pose with the arms up overhead, palms up toward the sky. Now flatten your lumbar spine down and squeeze your glutes and lift the hips just a little bit. If that didn't work, come back to your robot arms. Exhale, lower the hips back down. Flatten your lumbar spine, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. Feel that stretch across the quad. Exhale, lower back down. 2 more. Flatten your lumbar spine, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. We've been doing a lot of bridge pose lately, so hopefully this might be a little bit easier for you now. All right. Can we do just one more? Flatten the lumbar spine, lift the hips. Good. And lower back down. Lower the arms and place that left ankle on the right knee. Flex the foot. Use your breath to press the leg away from you. And then see if you can't lift the foot up and draw that knee into your chest again. And maybe the thigh can press into the belly again. It's a big opener for that left hip. If not, press away a bit. And then with the breath, lengthen the leg and exhale, bring the heel to the hip. Pick which breath you need. Even breathing if you're feeling pretty balanced and stable by now. If you're still feeling heavy, a nice slow inhalation, and then kick the heel down to the hips. Nice slow inhalation. If you're feeling a little hyper or angry or had a rough day, rough week, inhale quickly up and then a long, slow heel to the hip. Inhale, lift. Exhale, long and slow. One more yogi's choice. Good. All right. And then bring knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug. And we'll switch sides. So now that right ankle on the left knee. Use your muscle energy first to press the leg away. And then see if you can't draw that leg in towards the chest. Get a little bit of connection with the belly. Might not work. And then do your same breathing pattern, whatever it is you need. It could be even. It could be fast up, slow down, or slow up and fast down. Good. Couple more. Nice. And then bring the feet back down and come to Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of the feet together and the knees out to the side. Bring the hands to the belly. And just take the moment here to notice. Notice what your energies, how they're cycling through. How often do you get to pay attention to yourself, right? And really bring all your energies into your energies. And it should feel good about that. Now press your feet in toward each other. Press, press, press. Allow the knees to lift. Full breath in and exhale. Allow the knees to drop. Let's do that 2 more times. So push the feet in toward each other. Press, 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 press. And release. Last one. Press, 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 press. And release. Good. Take your hands to the sides of the knees and lift your feet up and roll over onto your tabletop. Okay? So use your blanket. And come to tabletop. I'm here. I'm just turning the Bluetooth off my phone. I'm thinking that might be part of the. Okay. Tabletop pressure here, then use that to engage the core. Go into your cat pose and then inhale into your cow. What do you remember about your energies and your breath? All right. If you're still hyper, don't go into cow. Stay neutral and a long, slow cow. Quiet your energies. Quiet your rajasic energy. If you have that tamastic energy and really long cow, and then a quick into cat, really long cow, quick cat. Last one. Good. All right. Now put your feet flat on the tops of your feet flat on the floor. Take your knees a little bit wider. Okay. And sink the hips in the direction only as far as the knees want to go. And then thread your head through your hands and lift up. We're just moving through a little bit of dynamic cat-cow into child's pose. So when you thread your head through your hands, lift up into neutral or into cow. Round that back body, sink the hips to the heels. And then inhale, come back up to your cow. Exhale, round the back, sink the hips to the heels. A couple more. Inhale. Exhale. This is more even breathing here, just to invite that sattva, S-A-T-T-V-A, sattva energy. All right, now come back to neutral and just make some big circles with your hips. In both directions. All right, we're gonna do half baby moon pose. This is gonna be a big quad stretch, so not every, you have to decide if it's right for you. So extend your right leg back behind you. Get a little calf stretch in there while we're here. So push the heel back toward the floor. Keep the toes connected to the earth and lift the thigh bone up toward the sky and really accentuate that calf stretch. All right. Okay, now this left foot, take it out to the side. That's your kickstand. And then rotate open toward the front of the mat. And if you feel like you need a block here to help you stabilize, you can place a block in front of you to help you stabilize. Okay. Now, flex your right foot, lift it up as high as the hip, if that works, or keep it connected if you need that point of balance. And then try your balance again. See if you really get that core strong. Bring the hand to the hip. The foot can stay on the floor if that's better for you. Or lift the foot, reach the arm up if that's possible. Not a have to, remember. Now here's where the half baby moon comes in. You can do this or not. Bend that top knee and see if it's possible to reach for part of your foot without arching your back. A little stretch in the calf, in the quad. Press your hip points forward. Good. And then come out of that the same way you came in. Then come back to your tabletop. And if you had your block, you can use the block, come back to your child's pose, sinking your hips towards your heels, rest your forehead on the block. Just take a moment to breathe and notice. You can be in puppy pose well, hips lifted up toward the sky, the knees and the flexion in the knees doesn't feel right today. Find your breath. Good. One more. Good. And then press back up to your tabletop, and we'll do that on the other side. So I'm going to flip around the other way. Okay, if you have a block in front of you, if you like that for balance, that's a good thing to have over on the left side of you. So extend your left leg behind you. Press out through the heel of that left foot to get that calf stretch. Keep the toes connected to the earth, but lift the thigh bone toward the sky. The heel reaches toward the back wall or toward the floor. Nice. All right, now plant your right hand down and take your right foot out to the side of the mat as a kickstand. And then see if it's possible to rotate open using your hand on the block. And you can stay right here or lift that left foot up off the floor, flex it, keep it engaged. And you can keep your left hand on the block or bring it to the hip or reach it overhead. And then your last option is to bend the left knee and foot, not a have to. Requires a lot of flexion of the knee, and some of our knees don't bend that way, and that's okay. Press the hip points forward. If you're close to a wall, you can even put your foot on the wall. And just get a partial stretch there. Okay, one more breath. Nice. Good. And then let's come back to center and just wag the tail. And let's come up to standing. Okay, so come up to standing whatever way is easiest for you. Push this back. Okay. Good. Come to your mountain pose. And just standing here in mountain pose gives you an idea of what your energies are today. So take some awareness to your feet. If you are clenching your toes to the floor and you're tightening your glutes, all right, you're squeezing everything together, just standing here, you might have a little Rajastic energy going on. All right, so let's see if you can take a nice breath in and a slow exhalation out, and just lengthen your toes, soften your glutes, and then come to a more comfortable, sustainable sattva mountain pose. All right, draw that belly in. And while you maintain this integrity within, you're not clenching, you're not gripping. Reach the arms up overhead, full breath in here. And exhale, lower the arms down. And if you still need to balance that energy, that high energy, give your arms a shake. And arms down. But if you need to calm down, inhale. Long, slow exhalation out. One more you choose, wherever you are. Calming the nervous system this way. Good. All right. Having your blocks in front of you for our pranam. Do 3 or 4 pranams, because that's a very calming thing to do. So you can do it with a chair, with a countertop, back of the couch, whatever. Hands on the thighs or reach for the blocks, you decide. So come to that nice, calm mountain pose, not clenching, not gripping. Find your breath. And then next breath in, inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands on the thighs, the shins, the chair, the counter, the blocks. Shift your weight a little bit to the balls of the feet. See if you can't press the tops of the thigh bones back. Good stretch of the hamstring. Now, what are you tapping into here? The lower spine, right? The parasympathetic nervous system, the rest, relax, and digest. This is a calming pose. If it makes you feel too heavy, if you're already too tamastic, lift the heart, come halfway up. Press the hands into the thighs, come halfway up, and spend more time here. Keep the heart lifted. And then exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deepen that fold. Bend the knees a lot. Belly might even rest on the thigh. Hands press up into the thighs to lift up, or hands on the hips with the elbows pressed back. Root down through your feet. Come to standing. Inhale the arms overhead, palms together and down to the heart. All right. So tamastic, you're going to lift your heart and stay there longer. When you exhale, if you're Rajastic and having too much energy, you want to stay forward folding. All right. So you do what works for you today. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Come up to an inhale if you need it, or stay here for another breath or two. Everybody lift halfway up. Stay here if you're feeling heavy, but if you're too flighty, hinge forward, or if it just felt good, hinge. Pause for another breath or two. Bend the knees a lot, belly rests on the hips. Press the hands into the thighs to lift up, or hands on the hips with the elbows back. Reach the arms overhead, palms together, and lower the hands down to the heart. Good. Reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Hands onto the block or chair as we step back into lunge. So the left foot goes between the blocks. Right foot steps back into lunge. All right. Spine stays long. Put the heel on a blanket or something if you need to support the back of the foot. And stay here, pause. Now keep the right hand on the block. If you feel balanced, bring the left hand to the hip. Press that elbow back. Lengthen your spine in a gentle to the left. Come back to center. And step that back foot forward. Belly on the thighs, hands press into the thighs to lift or on the hips. Reach to standing. Inhale the arms overhead. Palms together, hands down to the heart. Let's do the other side. Breathe in as you reach those arms up overhead. Breathe out, bending the knees, hands come to the thighs or the blocks. Frame the right foot and send the left foot back into lunge. Find your stability here. Press that front shin forward, fire up the hamstring, and keep your left foot on the block, right hand on the hip. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, open and twist towards the right. Come back to center. Step that back foot forward, belly on the thighs. Then the hands join the thighs or on the hips. Come to standing. Reach up the arms overhead, breath in, palms together, and lower the hands down to the heart. Good. Okay, let's grab our weights. Everybody doing okay? Good, good. All right. Okay, we're going to start with our wrists. So palms are facing forward, our palms are facing your thighs, and then just bend your elbows so the palms are facing down. And we're going to simply lift and lower the weight. All right, so you're lifting and lowering the weight. All right, your option here with your feet is to lift the heels and then lower the heels back down. So lift the heels and lower as you're moving the wrists. So the wrists are one of those weak spots for osteoporosis to attack. So we can really start to strengthen these wrists. We'll give ourselves a better chance keeping those wrists intact. A couple more here. And you're building your calf muscle too as you're lifting those heels up and down. Building the arch of the foot. Two more. 1 and 2. Good. Okay. Bicep curls. We're going to do a bunch of these, okay? So you can choose to come into a little bit of chair squat with it. So shift the weight to the heels of your feet, bend the knees and sink the hips. Don't arch your back, lengthen your tailbone down, especially with the weights, all right? So you can stay in a chair and let's do 8 fingertips to the shoulders. Squeeze the bicep muscle, not the weight, all right? Squeeze the bicep muscle. Good. Stay in your chair if you choose. All right, last one. Straighten the knees. Now we're going to take the arms out to the side. And this time we're going to squat with it. Bend and straighten. All right, so bend the knees. Sit back into the chair. And the arms are coming out at a 45-degree angle to get both parts of that bicep muscle. Again, squeeze the muscle, not the weights if you can. 7. Let's do one more. 8. All right, now can you bring the fingertips all the way to the shoulders and just lower halfway down? 4 of these. And now lower the arms all the way down and just come halfway up. Nice. 3. Very good. All right. Turn the palms away from you. Roll the shoulders back. Take your feet hip distance apart and step the left foot forward. Make sure you got a wide base of support into warrior one leg. Take a bend to that front knee. And what I'd like to see you do is hinge forward a little bit. So you've got a diagonal line from your crown of your head to your heel. And then squeeze the tricep muscle, the one behind the arm. Press back gently together and release, but don't come past that back leg. Back, together, and release. Press back, together, and release. Nice. Back, together, release. Good. Connect with your breath. 2 more. And again, together and release. Let's step that back foot forward. Did you feel that in your front glute as well? Okay, step your left foot back. Keep that wide base of support. That's going to give you your best shot at balance. All right, bend to that front knee. Roll the shoulder back. Get the diagonal line going. And again, same thing. Back, squeeze, use the muscle. Really engage the back of the arm. Connect with the breath. Eye gaze should be pointing down over your big toe. Let's try 3 more. You don't have to go real fast. Last one. Nice. Okay. Roll the shoulders out. And let's try our goal pose. So take your feet mat distance apart. Toes are pointing 45 degrees. Keep your tailbone pointing down toward the earth. Bend the knees, tracking the knees over the feet. So get your stability, your stable legs, your heavy legs. That would be Tamastic energy, helping you stay rooted down, right? Sometimes Tamastic energy is good and helpful. All right, open the arms out to the side, draw the shoulder blades together, elbows slightly lower than the shoulders. Then turn your palms facing your face, and then open the arms out to the side. Good. Palms face out. And when you're here, see if you can't press the elbows back just a little bit. Palms face you, palms face forward. Good. These shoulder ones are tricky. And out. Exhale. And inhale. 3 more. Exhale. And inhale. Good. Last one. Nice. And lower the arms down, straighten the knees. Walk your feet back, heel toe back to mountain pose. All right, mindful of your shoulders. You might need lighter weights here. All right, this is where I always kneel down so you can see better what I'm doing. You stay standing. All right. All right, arms are going to come out to a little bit of a 45-degree angle. Thumbs are up, thumbs toward the shoulders. Now lift the elbows up. Triceps press as you reach the arms overhead. Bend the elbows, thumbs point toward the shoulder blades. Reach the arms straight. Bend the elbows, thumbs toward the shoulder blades. One more time. Reach the arms up and bend those elbows. Lower the elbows down to your side body. Press the elbows back, shoulder blades together. Push forward and back. This is getting that mid-trapezius muscle between the shoulder blades so you can keep your heart lifted. Okay, and lower the arms down, roll the shoulders out. Let's try that again. All right, arms at a 45-degree angle. Bend the elbows, thumbs toward the shoulder. Lift the elbows up toward the sky. Up into your core. Don't arch your back. Draw that core in. Triceps press 3 times. 1 and 2 and 3. Good. Bend the elbows. Bring the elbows to the side body. Press back. Reach forward and back. forward and back, forward and back. And we'll do that one more time. Roll the shoulders out. You can let go of the weights if you need to. 45s, thumbs to shoulder. Elbows lift, triceps press, straighten and bend 3 times. Watch your lower back. Don't arch your back. Good. Bend the elbows to the side body. Press back, shoulder blades together. Reach forward. Press back, reach forward, press back, reach forward and lower. Nice. All right, last one here, a tree hugger or bear hugger. Bring your arms to your chest, your fist to your chest, do a fist pump. Elbows stay slightly lower than the shoulders. And then press the elbows back, lift the heart, and then give that tree or bear a big hug. So the elbows stay soft. Press back and fist pump. Back. And this is getting your deltoids and the middle of your back. More. And last one. Nice. Whew. Lower those arms down. All right, let's set the weights down for now. And move the blocks out of the way. Let's do some really strong warrior poses. So really think strength here. Think opening and strength, and use the tamastic energy to ground you, but the rajastic energy to lift you, and then find stability in the pose, okay? So that's a challenge. So take a wide stance. You have a wall, you may have a chair, whatever you need to help you with your balance. Nice wide stance, get energetically grounded. So feel the feet really rooted. And then take that left toe, point that forward, bring the collarbones facing forward. Full breath in. As we lift from the pelvis to the crown of the head, get longer. And then take a gentle bend to that front knee as you open up that hip. So take that left knee, it's more toward the pinky toe side of your feet. Full breath in, stretch and lengthen. Take up space here. And then look over those left fingertips, strong and stable. Now, can you plug the head of the arm bone into the shoulder, engage the muscles between the shoulder blades, get the back body involved. And turn the head, really turn the head looking over those fingertips. Reach from wall to wall. Draw that belly in. See if you can't lengthen your tailbone down toward the floor a little bit more. Good. All right, bring your hands back to your hip. You're gonna take that left hand, lengthen up more, and see if you can't bring the forearm onto that left thigh. If it's better to have the hand on the thigh, do that. This is extended side angle pose. So the right hand can stay right where it is with the elbow pressed back, or you can slide your thumb up your side body, reach the arm straight overhead, or if the shoulder's open to it, bring the upper arm in line with the ear. Long line from fingertip to heel. Keep lifting up out of that side body. Good. One more breath. Nice. Bring your hand back to your hip. Press your left hand into your thigh. Straighten the leg. We do Colleen's beautiful triangle. So turn your torso towards your front left thigh. Hinge forward. Keep your left hand on your left thigh, or bring the back of the hand to the inside edge of your left knee. And use that to help open your heart forward. Twist toward the front. Keep your right hand on your hip with the elbow pressed back, or again, slide your thumb up your side body, reach the arm up overhead. So now your triangle is your side body, your thigh, and your arm. So you want to lift up out of that side body. Make another breath here. Triangle pose. Isometrically squeeze your legs away from each other. Engage, strengthen, strong. Use that nice, this is where we want to use the nice rajastic energy, strength. All right, bring your hand back to your hip. Slight bend to that knee. Press up and turn your toes facing forward. Lengthen your spine, keep your hands on your thighs and just slide your hands down your thighs, straight spine, hinge forward. Wobble your pelvis side to side. Good. All right, soften the knees, press all the way up and heel toe walk your feet in toward each other and place a block or two in front of you. We're gonna do the next forward fold, we're gonna do a little twist with it. So you wanna have those blocks ready for you. All right, let's do the other side. Find your mountain pose, strong and stable here. Wide stance. Right toes face forward, left heel kicks back. Lift from the pelvis to the crown. Turn your torso facing forward. Bring hands on the hips, elbows back. Bend to that front knee, adjust your feet as you need to. Press the pinky toe side of that right foot into the earth. Use your muscle energy to open that knee out to the side, that whole hip. Good. Stretch the arms out to the side. Plug the head of the arm bone into the shoulder to engage the back body and look over your right fingertips. Lengthen your tailbone toward the earth. Strong and stable here. I can do hard things, right? Got the energy, I've got all the tools. Bring your left hand to your hip. Right forearm is going to come to the right thigh, but lift up, then hinge from the hip. Bring that forearm onto the thigh or keep your hand onto your right thigh, whatever feels better for you. Left elbow presses back as the heart shines forward. Can you reach a little longer with the crown of your head? Good. Maybe that left arm slides up, goes straight up, or the upper arm in line with the ear. Good. Extended side angle. Uttita Parshva Konasana. Good. Hand comes back to the hip. Straighten that front knee. And then that hand can stay on the thigh. What? Never mind. Both hands on the hip. Turn the torso towards your front right thigh. Hinge forward a quarter fold. Now slide your right hand on top of your knee or the back of the hand on the inside edge of the knee. And without hyperextending that knee, press the hand into the leg and twist the heart open. The other elbow's pressing back. Stay right here or reach the arm up overhead. Strengthening pose. Think of all the muscles you're using for this. Keep your triangle lifted. Good, beautiful. Woo! All right, come out of that, bend the knee. Bring both toes, feet pointing forward. Lengthen your spine and hinge forward. You got your blocks here now. All right, so however high you need your stack. I'm gonna place the right hand on the block, left hand on the hip. Lengthen your spine, gently twist towards the left and stay right here or reach that left arm up overhead. Balance the weight on both feet if you can. There's a tendency to put more weight on that right side. Good, come back to center. Now place your left hand on the block, right hand on the hip. Twist open toward the right and keep that right arm right where it is. Maybe even slide the palm of the hand onto the sacrum or reach the arm up overhead. And back to center. Wobble the pelvis, shake the tail, soften your knees. Bring your hands onto your thighs and lift back up. Heel toe walk your feet toward the center. Very nice. Move your blocks. Shake the legs out. Okay. Last thing we're going to do is a little balance challenge from, you may need a wall or a chair. We're going to go from flamingo to pushing the ottoman back. I don't have a name for this one. And then if you want, going into airplane. All right, so that's what you're getting into. Okay, so get yourself situated to where you need to be. and come to your strong mountain pose. Now you're going to need a balance here of tamastic and rajasic energy because you need to stay tamastically grounded, but then you need to take flight and be balanced, right? So sattva, find that place in the middle. So root yourself over to your balance side, your balance prop, and peel your center of the room leg up into a flamingo. Maybe tap the wall, see if you can find your balance. And then push the ottoman back. Squeeze the back glute. Let's lift and push a few times. So lift and press. Lift and press. Ground down. Be light as you lift up. And then take flight if you want to go on an airplane ride. Ooh, where would you go? Where are we planning to go? Soon we will, right? And then lower down, shake it out. I give you a sense of lightness, thinking about going somewhere, Hawaii maybe. My sister-in-law is Hawaiian. She said there are only 33 cases of COVID in Hawaii. How about that? All right, shift your weight to the other side. Tamastically root, rajasically lift. Find that place in the center, sattva. All right, press back, squeeze the glute. Lift and be light. Press back. Lift. Press, and if you want, take flight. You're above the clouds. One more breath. Woohoo. And release. Shake it out. Good job. I'm gonna go to Hawaii. All right, lower down onto the floor. Okay. And we shouldn't need any supplies, so just get yourself comfy. We're gonna do some opposite arm leg movement, okay? So we're gonna just take advantage of all this beautiful energy we have. So join me when you're ready, reaching opposite arm leg toward the sky. And then as always, you know, your options are to extend the arm all the way overhead, opposite arm leg, and extend your leg down long toward the short end of the mat. So you can press up toward the ceiling or press back toward the walls. You decide. And then see if you can do even breathing now. Slow it down and just do. Move with your breath evenly. Let's go to that sattva. Let's pretend that the yoga practice has balanced us all out completely. And we're all in that beautiful place of spacious consciousness, that compassion, that clarity. Nice, even, perfectly balanced floating movement. Slow it down if you need to. Good. Couple more. Good. And come to a nice quiet place in the center. Breathe in through the nose and out through an open mouth. Give yourself a little hug with your knees in towards your chest. Feel the thighs into the belly, belly into the thigh. Rock back and forth, massaging the belly and the back. And then just take a moment to lower the feet back down and notice, what does your body need right now? What would feel really good just to create that slight more bit of releasing tension, creating balance, or whatever you need right now. Honor your body with that move and then settle into your Shavasana. Use your exhalations, your mindful exhalations, to soften any areas that might feel still a little tight or tense. And let your breath swirl around those places in your body that might be still causing any issues for you or grabbing your attention. And then let the body just soften into this beautiful space you've created, this wonderful work of energy. Letting go of too much of this or bringing back in what you need, coming to a place of simple consciousness. And let the breath be soft and easy. And enjoy your Shavasana. Begin to come back into this space. First, with a nice even breath. Breathe in for a count of 3, 4, 5. Breathe out for the same count. And then just do that one more time. Through the breath and through movement, you have that power to balance out your energy so that you can respond and skillfully navigate through those waves of life that we've been talking about all last session. When you feel ready to move, begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Gently turn your head side to side. Bend your knees, rock your knees side to side, or give yourself a hug. Roll over to your favorite side. Pause just for a moment, noticing if there's been any shift. Strengthen that which was already there or shifting that which needed shifting. Press your hands into the earth. Use that to help you come to a comfortable seat. And take a nice full breath in. Reach the arms up overhead. The palms together and lower them down to your heart. Know that all the light and love that's in my heart honors that light and love in each of yours. And bow your head to honor your own practice. And then blink your eyes open and greet your Sangha.